In the last video, we worked on the lemon and finished it. This time, we'll work on the can. I downloaded this can ready-made from 3D asset websites that offer free items, so I got it for free. There's no need to model it again. Let me teach you now how we'll color it and how we'll write on it. Well, basically, for the color to appear, you need to switch from this material, from viewport shading to material. Okay, we switched to material now, but it's white because we haven't started doing anything yet. First, we'll select it, then go to the last material tab and click New. Now a new material is added. It's white for now, but we'll make it a bit yellow, like this. Actually, this can should be silver, and the back here is silver, but now it's all yellow. So, how do we fix this? We'll select it again and come here. We now have a material called Material 003. We'll click plus. To add a new one, click New, and leave it white for now. No problem. After that, go back to the can, select it, and press Tab. Here we should select the parts we want to assign to the new material we're currently on. How do we do that? We choose any shape, any of these, and press Alt. It will select everything connected. This time we'll press Alt plus Shift together. The first time we press Alt only to select the first one, then we press Shift as well to select the inner parts, the outer ones, and so on as we move outwards. And from this side too, as we move along like this, we're selecting this bottom part. Let's zoom in a bit more. While zooming, you can release Alt plus Shift. No problem, because if you hold them while moving the scroll wheel, it won't zoom. So, release them to zoom, and when you want to select again, hold Alt plus Shift together and keep clicking like this. Let's go back. Control plus Z, carefully. Control plus Z. Okay, it's working fine now. Press Alt plus Shift again and continue selecting these parts as we go. We'll keep going until this small piece. Let's make this piece silver first and see if we want to continue to the red part or not. Click Assign. See? Its color changed to white. Of course, this white can be turned into silver later. Now, let's try to continue the selection up to the red color. We finished this part. Now stand at this square, press Alt, and select the adjacent edge. It will select the entire circumference of the shape. We'll also, now that we've selected the first part, press Alt plus Shift and continue with the one below it as we go down. We've selected it. Now choose our new material and click Assign. Now it looks like this. All right, we've fixed this part. It will be silver later, we'll adjust it shortly, but we've selected it to have a different color. Now for the front part. This part will be difficult because it has many details, so we'll use inverse selection. How? First, choose the X-ray tool and go to the Z-axis. Then select. Of course, make sure you have the selection box active. I want this selection box. If you don't see it, press W to show it. Okay, we'll select all these things like this, and you'll see they all appear. Hide the X-ray now. Everything is selected and looks good, but we selected a tiny extra part we don't need. Here, we'll do an inverse selection. Hold Alt plus Shift and deselect this edge, the next one, and so on until this point. Now we've selected this section and removed the small part we didn't want. While this is selected, pick the new material and click Assign. Press Tab. There we go. It now has a different color than the can body. We've set up the materials and done the basic shading. To finish the shading, we need to go to the top menu. You're supposed to know how shading works, but I'll explain it as if you know nothing. If you follow what I do, the result will turn out great. Right now, this is the part that we are controlling. Okay, let's just add any light here so we can see. So the material shows up. Let's add an area. Okay, we've now added a basic light. Of course, for the part we'll be working on to show up, you must have the can we are working with selected. I mean, if we select the light, it disappears. So make sure you have the can selected. And also come here in Render. You must change the render engine from Eevee to Cycles. And if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, set it to GPU Compute. This is much easier and faster. Of course, let's set this to 100, which is enough for now. I think that's fine. Okay, this graphics card setting, quickly, how is it done? From Edit, go down to Preferences, and after that, go to System and make sure that you have CUDA and Optics enabled. If they are not there, then you don't have an NVIDIA card or it's not configured. Tell me in the comments, and I'll make a video on how to configure it if it's not working for you. Okay, we are now running on Cycles. Great. After that, we have here This is the final output where the color comes from, and this is the principled shading, which handles what? The colors, the color movement, and all these things. So we are currently standing on slot 2, which is white, which is this can and the part behind it. Both are the same color. To control them, we control from these settings. If we come here and change the color to any color we want, look, the can changes its color, see? So let's stay on the white color. Where do we get white from? From RGB. Pull all the RGB to the maximum, and it will be 100% white. How do we get silver? From metallic, we'll pull this a bit, and roughness, we'll decrease it a little, and pull metallic. We adjust it to be, in some way, close to silver. Okay, I see that this look is close to silver. These things will adjust at the end when we set up the lighting properly. Okay, this is the silver part, and we're done with it. Let's go to the first material. This material is also adjusted from here, from the lighting. From this wheel, we adjust any color we want. We want a color close to orange, a little bit. Okay, now we need to make a color and an image. There should be a color and an image on the can. Okay, how will we do that? We have here, this is the final output. If we disconnect this like this, look, it becomes black, nothing happened. So, we want to make the output receive a color and an image. It should receive two things. Okay, how will it receive two things? How do we add a new modifier? With Shift+A. We'll look for a modifier called Mix Shader. If we put it in the middle like this, look, when you get close to this, it colors it white. Okay, let's put it here and release it. Nothing happened at all. This Mix Shader, what is its concept? It makes the output, instead of taking one output, it takes two outputs. Here is one, and we will put another one. We will put the image now. This is the color, and we will put the image here, and both enter this Mix Shader and come out as one thing. Okay, we now need to add the image that we will be using. With Shift+A and then search, we write image texture. The last one I was searching for, but you just write image texture, it will show up normally. Let's click open and choose the image that I have written on it, Blender tutorial. You just press open and choose it from the files you have on your computer. Okay, why didn't it appear here? Because we haven't connected the color to the shader yet. Okay, look, as soon as you connect it, it will be correct like this, hopefully. Okay, what if it's not correct? You select the can and go to UV editing. After that, you come to X-ray, select the entire shape, and we come here on the left. You will find the word Blender down there. If we move this away like this, the word Blender that we imported from the shape is there, right? Which is this one. So we adjust based on it. How do we adjust based on it? You, for example, look here. Okay, let's remove X-ray, so we can see more and see it like this. It's shifted here to the right. We need to bring it to the left a little. So these points we have, we will pull them like this. Okay, here the X is inverted with the Y, so let's go back. Then we will move the Y that is here. When we pull it like this, I think it is correct and good now. All right, we need to center it here on the can. It's currently shifted a bit to the right, so we need it more to the left. Let's do it like this. Pull the X-axis until it aligns correctly. We'll just center it vertically and horizontally. This looks very good. Now, let's go back to shading. So, we've set up the can's colors and the silver material. Of course, this isn't how it looked in the final video because we haven't set up the lighting or the remaining elements yet. In the final video, hopefully we'll adjust all these details like the color tones, the silver, and the lighting. Now that we've colored the can and written what we want on it, we also need to color the orange, create its texture, and adjust its look. How do we do that? We'll go to shading as usual. Where's the orange now? We can temporarily hide the can since we don't need it. Hide it from here and let's focus on the lemon. For the lemon here, let's click New Material. Right now, we want to give it a color. The lemon's color is usually close to yellow. Yes, this shade of yellow is beautiful. So, we've set up its yellow color, but when we zoom in, it looks completely smooth. It lacks that distinct lemon texture. Let me show you a reference image. In an image like this, when we look closely, there is a visible, bumpy lemon texture. We want to recreate this look. We will add a few modifiers here. First, press Shift+A and add a bump node, then place it here. Next, add a color ramp node and place it here. Finally, add a noise texture node and place it here. Now, let's connect them. Connect the noise texture color to the color ramp factor. Then, connect the color ramp color to the bump height. Lastly, connect the bump normal to the principled BSDF normal input. Nothing has appeared yet. We need to adjust the values. For the bump node, let's decrease the strength a bit and increase the distance a little. We increased the distance too much. We only need 0.1. For the last one, the filter width, let's set it to 1. Now, let's go to the noise texture scale and increase it a bit. Look at how the texture changes as we scale it up. We need to increase the scale significantly. Let's adjust it from here and control it from there. The value that worked best for me was around 100. Now, let's lower the bump strength a little more and decrease the distance a bit too. The distance is very sensitive, so 0.1 is good. Let's set the strength to 0.05 instead. There we go. Now we have the bumpy lemon texture showing up clearly. Now, look at the color ramp. As we move the sliders, it directly changes how the noise texture looks. We need to set it right about here. To me, this looks perfect. The lemon looks good now, so we'll keep it like this, and let's make sure this value is set to 0. So, everything is fine with the lemon now. You might think it doesn't look exactly like the reference video I showed you at first, but that's simply because we haven't adjusted the final lighting or the other elements yet. Now both our lemon and can materials are completely finished. In the next videos, we will start animating them, setting up the rigid body physics, and creating the environment for the animation. Peace.